And welcome to this edition of Newsleader on 6. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, Vanderbilt comes to terms with community health systems to purchase Tenova Hospital, Hardin, and Tenova Shelbyville hospitals. The Lanham Library in Tullahoma reopens its doors to patrons, and Bonnaroo 2021 is pushed back from June to September. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsleader on 6.
When your family suffers the loss of a loved one, the caring and compassionate staff at Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel are standing by to assist you in every way possible. We are proud to support local industry and offer only Batesville caskets. Many funeral homes don't own or operate a crematory. We utilize the only crematory in Coffee County. Your loved one never leaves Coffee County. We can accommodate any need and any budget. Consider our complete pre-need service to remove this burden from your family during their time of grief. Lock in today's low costs and protect from inflation. Tullahoma Funeral Home and Coffee County Funeral Chapel. Our family caring for your family.
Here at Stan McNabb Collision Center, we work with all major insurance companies, and we get the job done right the first time, on time.
Well, I grew up in Tullahoma. We'd always done business with Stan McNabb, so when we needed collision service after a run-in with a deer, we knew to call those guys. We already had trust with them. We called Cody. He took great care of us. He kept us posted every step of the way, and we couldn't have been more pleased.
Getting your vehicle back to pre-loss condition shouldn't be a headache. So in event of an accident, contact me, Cody Hall, at Stan McNabb Collision Center.
Welcome back. On Wednesday afternoon, Vanderbilt University Medical Center announced plans to purchase Tenova Healthcare Hardin and Tenova Healthcare Shelbyville hospitals from subsidiaries of Community Health Systems. At the same time, Vanderbilt will acquire minority ownership in CHS Tenova Healthcare Clarksville Hospital. A definitive agreement has been signed by Vanderbilt for the acquisition of the Tullahoma Hardin and Shelbyville hospitals and their related businesses, including physicians' clinic operations and outpatient services. Vanderbilt has also signed an agreement with Tenova's existing minority partner, GHS Holdings, to acquire its 20% minority interest in Tenova Healthcare Clarksville and related physician practices. Dr. Jeff Brazier, President and the CEO of Vanderbilt University Medical Center and Dean of the Vanderbilt University School of Medicine, said, quote, "We are continuing to strengthen our presence across Middle Tennessee so that we can fulfill the medical center's mission to advance the health and well-being of the region we share. As we have in other counties, we are making a significant commitment to the citizens of these communities and look forward to working together toward this important goal with our new colleagues at these hospitals and clinics," end quote. In the interim, patients of the Tullahoma and Shelbyville hospitals will experience no interruption in care while leaders with Vanderbilt and Community Health Systems work closely together to ensure a smooth transition of ownership. It is the commitment of Vanderbilt to hire substantially all employees of Tenova Healthcare Tullahoma and Tenova Healthcare Shelbyville who are in good standing when transfer of hospital ownership is complete. Tenova Healthcare Clarksville and its employees and medical staff will remain a part of the Tenova network of hospitals. The purchase of the Tullahoma and Shelbyville facilities and the minority ownership agreement with Tenova Healthcare Clarksville are subject to regulatory review and are expected to be completed in the fourth quarter of 2020. Terms of the transaction will remain confidential. On Wednesday, Newsleader's Philip Scoggins spoke with Tullahoma's Lanham Library Assistant Director Leslie Warren about the plans to reopen the library to the public this Monday.
We are very excited to announce that we will be going into our phase 2 of opening on Monday, October 5th. So this comes with some stipulations though, because as all of us are trying to be safety conscious, we kind of wanted to go over what some of our rules are going to be coming in. So we will start, our hours will be Monday through Friday. The first hour from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. will be for senior patrons. So those patrons that are 60 and over, that hour is for you. All other patrons are more than welcome to come during the hours of 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. the library is open for all patrons as well. We do ask that masks are required to be in the building. If you choose not to wear a mask, we are still doing our curbside pickup for that. There will be a limit of 15 people in the library at a time, and we will be limiting people to 30 minutes to make their choices and to exit the building. Checkouts, hey, you can go back to checking out your 25 items now. The computers, we will have 4 computers open, and they will be by appointment only. So if you can call us to set up your appointment time, we can help you out with that. It will be limited to doing schoolwork, job employment, work-related, and emails only though. The computers will shut off after an hour. Patrons are still encouraged to call and place holds if they choose to do curbside pickup. All of our library materials will still need to be checked in through our book drop. That way we can take them and put them in quarantine for safety precautions. Wi-Fi is still available in our parking lot. None of our meeting rooms are going to be open, and all of our programming is still online only. So again, just to let y'all know and kind of recap, it's going to be a limit to 15 patrons, 30 minutes to get your items, an hour for computer use, it's appointment only. Seniors only from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. And you're back to your 25 items. You can check out 25 items and 4 DVDs.
Okay, just a couple questions on when the books are returned. What do y'all do to sanitize the books?
We are following the ALA recommendations of quarantining those items. Right now we're on a 6-day quarantine.
Okay. And have y'all seen an increase in like the books on tape, the downloadable books during this time? We
have a lot of patrons that are using the ebooks and the Reads and Libby system, and you're still more than welcome to use those. So we have seen a big increase in those. Okay,
since people couldn't come in or were limited more, it seems like that would be a good option. How do people find that kind of thing through the library?
Everything is on our website at lanham.org, and you can access Reads, the Libby app, our catalog. You can access your account. You can also access TEL, the Tennessee Electronic Library, from that to help with anything that you need education-wise. If you're homeschooling or if you're needing help with job applications, there's job applications and resume templates on there as well.
Okay. And do you have any idea on when programs will resume, or is that just all up in the air at this point?
That right now is all up in there. We're taking it day by day.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for talking to us.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Here at Manchester Funeral Home, we know the importance of living and working in our local community because it's those families who we serve during their time of need honorably. We believe in supporting local business and offer only 100% Batesville caskets, the best in the industry and a driver of our local economy. If you want straightforward and fair pricing while working with the people you know, choose Manchester Funeral Home, serving your community since 1932. And pre-planning and pre-funding can be the best gift you ever leave your loved ones. Call us to pre-arrange. Manchester Funeral Home. Our family, caring for your family since 1932.
I'm Philip Bourne, Stamp and Nab Detail Shop Manager. Here are a few things our customers have to say about our service.
What I love most about the Stamp Nab Detail Shop is there's someone local that I can trust to pick up my car, have it cleaned, and deliver it back to me in showroom condition.
What really amazed me is when he opened the hood and looked like he had taken the old engine out and put a new engine inside.
We have several different packages and individual services to get your vehicle looking like new again. We're located just behind Stamp Nab Chevrolet dealership. Call today, schedule an appointment, and see what the difference our detail can make.
Welcome back. Earlier this week, Philip Scoggins caught up with Tullahoma Alderman Robin Dunn at UTSI, where plans are underway for the TEDx Tullahoma.
We've been going over plans for our TEDx Tullahoma event. So we are going to have that on Saturday, October 24th. And we have 7 speakers lined up, people from all over Tennessee and actually across the Southeast. We have a muralist, we have a rocket scientist, we have a puppeteer, we have a Vanderbilt law student. We've got the head of the Whiskey Trail. We've got a really, really great lineup to just help people just expand their thinking. And our theme is change. And I don't think we could have picked a more a more fitting theme for the year 2020, which is something we've all had to change and adapt. So I'm very excited to see what our speakers are able to bring to the event.
Okay, and for those who don't know what a TED Talk or a TEDx Talk is, can you backtrack and tell us, just give a little history?
Sure. So TED stands for Technology, Entertainment, and Design, and it's been around since the 90s, and it's really exploded on YouTube. If you search on YouTube TED Talks, you can find just thousands of different presentations that people have given all over the world to just kind of expand people's thinking and introduce new ideas, cutting edge things that we need as a society to be talking about.
And what is the significance of the X for Tullahoma?
Oh, sure. I'm so glad you asked that part. So this is TEDx Tullahoma, in that this is all done here locally. So yes, I have been talking to different experts in the TEDx field, but this is all, the entire event is done with local folks. So we've got a great group of volunteers and staff members who are going to put this together from this area.
And so what about tickets if somebody wants to participate or
Our live tickets are sold out, and they actually sold out, I think, in about 4 hours. So those are gone. However, we are working on a live streaming option, and this is kind of one of those things that it's very last minute. So I'm hopeful that we can get it done, but that is to be determined.
Okay, and how would people find out about that if they wanted to?
We'll be making announcements on social media, on Facebook, and on our website to find out how, if that's going to be possible, how that would work. So. And
what's the website?
That is TEDxTullahoma.com.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for talking to me today.
Yes, thank you, Phil.
Hope it works out.
Yes, thank you.
And they hope to become they hope that this becomes an annual Tullahoma event, and is sponsored by Cascade Hollow, Dan and Fran Markham, and National Aerospace Solutions. And after last week's virtual reality live stream, Bonnaroo has announced new dates for the 2021 Music Festival in Manchester. Representatives stated that they wanted to thank everyone for being loyal Bonnaroovians, and they appreciate everyone's patience as they navigate the best options to ensure everyone can be together on the farm in 2021. Bonnaroo will now take place on September 2nd through the 5th of 2021, which happens to be over Labor Day. Information on lineup, camping, and accommodations will be available at a later date. Organizers encourage ticket holders to roll over your tickets to the new dates. However, they will make refunds available for those who cannot attend. If people want to roll over their already purchased tickets to the new dates, no action is required, and they will automatically ship for those new festival dates in summer 2021. If ticket holders move, they will need to update their shipping addresses, which can be done by visiting your order details at the front gate tickets website. If you are a current 2021 Bonnaroo ticket holder for the originally rescheduled June event, you will have the opportunity to refund your tickets and camping accommodations by logging onto your front gate account and selecting the refund option beginning on September the 30th at 8 a.m. The refund window will close on October 31st at midnight. All ticket holders who do not select the refund option will be automatically rolled over to the new September Bonnaroo date. For additional information, visit their website at www.bonnaroo.com. More news is coming up in a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. It's a Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
All right, the cat's out of the bag at Carroll Street Liquor in Tullahoma. Now you know where to go if you're planning a get-together and want the ideal wine or spirit. Party planning can be stressful, but at Carroll Street Liquor you'll find everything you need. Mixers, gift sets, and all of your favorite spirit brands. So if you're feeling the pressure to pull off the ideal party, come to Carroll Street Liquor and select among the seemingly endless supply of wines, spirits, gift sets, and more. Your perfect party, it's in the bag with Carroll Street Liquors.
Welcome back. I spoke with Coach John Olive about why he tried to reschedule an extra game against Beach High School after Spring Hill had to forfeit because of the coronavirus. You guys are 6-0 after last night's game. But the previous week, you weren't able to have a game because you had two canceled.
Right. Spring Hill was originally a region opponent, supposed to come to us. It was going to be our homecoming. And they had a virus outbreak, not within the football team, but within their school. They shut down the school and they shut down all their athletics. So we replaced Spring Hill with Beach. Beach High School, a 5A school, I think ranked number 4 in the state in 5A football. It was going to be a huge challenge. Our kids were all fired up and excited about going to Beach. And then on Thursday afternoon, Coach Crabtree from Beach calls and says, I've got bad news. We've been shut down by our superintendent football-wise. Not their school, but their football program had been shut down, as they had 5 or 6 young men test positive. And so at that late date, I didn't go looking, trying to find somebody just to go line up and play. Right. I don't think you do that. Now, there are others out there that do. They think you got to go play every week, but I think football is a game that you get prepared to play. And there are certain things that you're going to take away from your opponent, like we're going to try to take your top 3 running plays away from you if you're a running team, and top 2 pass plays. Vice versa if you're a throwing team. Make you go to something else and prove that you can execute those things. That's our goal. Offensively, vice versa. Who's the weakest guy in the secondary? Who's the defensive lineman that we want to run? It's 3rd down 2, where we're going to try to run the ball. And those type things. And on a Thursday afternoon, we're not going to turn around and go pick somebody up and just so we can have a football game. And so it was a good week of practice for us though, because we were focused. We knew we had a huge challenge in front of us, and our young men were ready to go try to accept that challenge. So I felt like we got better even though we didn't play last Friday.
Do you ever get second guessed being the head football coach?
I'm sure I do.
I kind of wonder what's Coach Olive doing when you already had a win when you had that first cancellation, but yet you went out there and scheduled another, not just a nobody, but a tough team to play. What was your thinking there?
What's the verse in the Bible? Iron sharpens iron. But anyway. That was the whole thing. We knew that Beach would be the quality type team that we're going to see in the playoffs, that we've got to be able to compete with and hopefully be able to beat in order for us to reach our goals.
Was there ever concern that since you'd had that week off that you hadn't counted on, that maybe you wouldn't be quite as sharp as you needed to be going into
we talked about it starting on Wednesday, and a lot of it is because how loose our guys are.
Yeah.
And you have to learn each team. Every team's makeup is different. And, I'll use an example. In 2017, we were getting ready to go up to Nolensville. Now, 2017, we have finally won some ball games after going 0-20 for 2 years. And we've got a pretty good team. And we go to Nolensville, we win that game, we're in the playoffs. And that would qualify us regardless of what we do for the rest of the season. And I'm making a big deal of that. I'm fired up. I think, hey, this ought to really make us excited. This is our chance to, after going 0-20 and 15-16, we can get to the playoffs. And I put so much pressure on our kids, we couldn't perform. And we got beat rather handily up there on that night. And so that was a mistake by me for not knowing that team well enough. What I thought was exciting, they felt pressure. And so anyway, with this team, I'm telling you, they're a laid-back team. We didn't show up to play every Friday night so far this season, but we have shown up to play at least a half every Friday night this season.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Ah, the glory days. Running to daylight on the gridiron and chasing a ball with a mind of its own. Cheering the team to victory and marching to the beat of your own drum. Memories that last a lifetime. But sometimes we're reminded of our glory days in ways we'd rather forget. Get back in the game. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live and play well.
Many Tennesseans are wondering, do masks really fight the spread of COVID-19? A recent study shows they do. 2 hairstylists worked for several days with respiratory symptoms and serviced patrons in close contact. Both stylists later tested positive for COVID-19. 139 clients were exposed to coronavirus after being in direct contact. Both stylists and their customers opted to wear masks. No COVID-19 symptoms were identified among the 139 exposed clients or their secondary contacts. Out of the clients that were tested, all tested negative for COVID-19. Face it, masks fight COVID-19.
Welcome back. Renowned storyteller, writer, and performer Kara Kemp is hosting a story writing day at South Jackson Civic Center on October 17th. Newsleader's Peggy Burton recently spoke to her about what to expect and how people can sign up.
I'm excited to be back in Tullahoma for a little bit and be able to share some story with a few people. I always enjoy driving down the back roads to get there, for one. It's always a great drive to be there. But I'm mostly excited about helping people discover some stories and getting some stories on their feet. In this time of quarantine and being shut in, I think it's a really great creative outlet.
Absolutely. I want to let me tell people how to get reservations. October 17th, which is Saturday, from 4 o'clock until 6, we're having the workshop. And in order to be a part of it, you have to call South Jackson Civic Center, 931-455-5321, because we can't do reservations online for this particular event. We have to do it through the phone. And we hope that we'll get a good team. We've got several people lined up. And I'd like for you to tell me a few things about what they need to bring with them, how you'll get started, what they need.
Sure. So I, as you know, and as you have fostered in me, I have a great love for music and for language. So mostly someone shows up, you can bring the bare bones of just yourself, a piece of paper, and a writing utensil, and you will be fine in this particular setup. We can totally work with that. However, if you are musically inclined, which I think a lot of people that are drawn to South Jackson, especially with the country show and all the music that's alive in the community, if you are a songwriter or if you are someone who enjoys singing, I have some prompts to use songs and melody to be able to start you in the writing process of your story, to help bring alive what may be stirring around in your head. So if there's a song that you love to sing or that just runs in the constant jukebox, then bring that along too. But we will spend 2 hours. I'm going to give some prompts for starting the story. I'm going to give you some exercises for being able to bring it on its feet and use the things that already exist within you to make that story come alive.
will you be able to give each individual a limited amount of time during this to tell maybe a portion of their story or their song that they write or their poem? I was so excited to hear about Brandon Leaks on America's Got Talent. He's a storyteller and a poet, and he won this year.
It's amazing. I have not seen it, but I think that is just so amazing. And I mean, we have been telling stories since the dawn of time. So I'm glad that stories are getting their due finally in the spotlight.
The thing is, everybody has a story. This is the second time we've done a storytelling event. Last year we had Mark Lamb, and he did a great job. Everybody, I think I was laid up with my knee surgery, but everybody that went was very impressed, and they're anxious to come back again with your storytelling workshop. And I hope.
Well, thank you. I'm excited to hear it and excited to get them to start some stories with me. And if they attended Mark's workshop, he and I work together and do a lot of collaboration. So if they have been to his workshop last year, I hope they bring a piece of those stories because we can continue to work on it.
I wanted to mention the fact that I think storytelling helps people with PTSD, people that are holding things in that have hurt them, or maybe they're funny people, whatever, but there's so much relief in telling your story. And I just want to tell you how much I love you and how much I appreciate you doing this. And I'm looking forward to the 17th of October.
Thank you so much, Peggy. I love you too, and I really am looking forward to the opportunity to be in with you all and seeing what stories there are to tell.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
You made the time and the sacrifice to broaden their horizons, to see their smiles, but mostly to make lifelong memories. We think it's time to do it again, just the two of you. Don't let illness or injury slow you down. The rehab team at Life Care Center of Tullahoma is ready to help you live well.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's going to be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor, too, when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 2019 at 95 degrees. The record low was in 1924 at 30 degrees. Average high on this day is 76, and the average low is 52. Mostly clear weather in the forecast for tonight with a low of 42. Mostly sunny weather in the forecast for Friday with a high of 72 and a low of 61. And sunny weather continues in the forecast for Saturday with a high of 78 and a low of 59. And that's our Newsleader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for Newsleader on 6. You have a good evening.